Shabbat Shalom from the Galilee here in Israel. As you probably heard, the United Nations Security Council just passed a resolution that is calling for an end of all Israeli settlement in Judea and Samaria. Now, why is it so important? It's because normally the United States automatically would veto such an anti-Israel resolution simply because all the matters between the Israelis and Palestinians should be negotiated on the table and not somehow being forced on either one of the sides. I did not hear any of the Security Council's resolutions against the Palestinians' action of inciting their people to kill Israelis, of teaching them that Israel doesn't even exist, of claiming that Jerusalem has no roots and a history that is in Jewish faith as well. So America traditionally would always veto such resolution based on the fact that all matters between the Israelis, Palestinians, regarding settlements, refugees, Jerusalem, borders, all of these should be on the table between the Israelis and Palestinians themselves. Obama's final revenge, and we kind of expected that, but we didn't know it's going to come that fast. Obama decided that the US will abstain and not veto, which means that the resolution will pass and it will be legally binding. Israel is finding itself in a very complicated situation right now. It's a US government and a US administration that is very unfriendly and waited for the moment to do that just before they leave office. Now, why is it so important? The Bible, has predicted that long ago. The prophet Joel said in chapter 3, in the first two verses in the English Bible, that the day will come and the Lord is going to bring all nations and bring them, and in those, in the biblical aspect, bringing nations is bringing their leaders. And they're going to pass through the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Kidron Valley in Jerusalem. And they will be judged for two things. What did they do to the people of Israel, to the Jewish people, and to the land of Israel? Have they divided it or contributed to that division? What America did in the last 30 minutes is officially contributed to the efforts of the world to declare that Judea and Samaria are not part of historical Israel, and they are actually not part of Israel. And let me explain something. The world calls it the occupied territories, but the world doesn't really come with the exact definition, because normally you occupy something from someone. We did not take Judea and Samaria from the Palestinians. We took it from the Jordanians. They took it from the Brits, who took it from the Turks. There has never been in the history of planet Earth a Palestinian state or an independent Palestinian country. And therefore, Israel cannot occupy something that historically belongs to her and has never, ever belonged to any other state. If Jordan really thought this is a Jordanian land, Jordan would have demanded it. But Jordan has peace with Israel. They never demanded that. So did Egypt when it comes to Gaza. They never wanted Gaza back when we took it from them in 1967. So my point is very clear. We are actually seeing a literal division of the land done by the countries of the world and not stopped and vetoed by the US. Now, throughout the whole history of our close relationship, America always vetoed such decisions. This is the first time America abstains and not vetoes that. And that probably is, I believe, Obama's ticket to Jerusalem for Joel chapter 3 judgment, when the Lord will come back. So I really don't want to change seats with President Obama right now. He just